Hello, everyone. My name is Varsha. I am a master's student in data analytics, and I'm also a graduate fellow at Center for Growth and Opportunity. David and I are here to present some of our research results regarding immigration and economics of US industries.
Hey, everybody. Like Varsha mentioned, my name is David. I am also a graduate research fellow for the Center of Growth and Opportunity, and I am on track to graduate with my master's in data analytics and a specialization in economics and finance. So, when we first started our research, a couple of questions that we asked were, what are H-1B visas and how are they distributed? Where are H-1B workers going geographically in the U.S., and then what industries are H-1B heavy? So one of the things we wanted to pursue were what impact are immigrants having on the local economy? Is there crowding out? There's empirical research that suggests negative effects on wages for native workers. And then, we're seeing all of these big tech companies coming in to the US, like Uber, Zoom, Slack, Discord. All of these ideas and these companies are started by non-US citizens. So what other areas and what impact are immigrants having, and those migrant workers who are on visas in the US?
And here, this is some of the graphics and statistics we got by analysis with Tableau. And this data is taken from USCIS website, and this is from 2009 to 2019. We all know that there are like different kinds of visas that allow immigrants or foreign-born workers in order to work in US, and there are different type of visas. Out of them, H1B, H2A, and H2B are different kinds of visas. And especially H1B is allowing foreign-born alien workers to work in the field of technology, healthcare, and different kinds of sectors where there is a dearth in the native workers in that field. And then from this result, we came to know that the approvals by industry are mostly in professional or technology and services, followed by education and also manufacturing, and then healthcare, and then information and industry. And if we see the top employers in this field, Cognizant has been the top employer, and almost it has like more than 26,000 applications here, and followed by Wipro and TCS and then Infosys. And all these companies, like big tech companies, are the hub for like attracting H1B employees from foreign. And if you go to the next slide, we do have some of the wage statistics.
Yeah, so like Varsha mentioned, a lot of what we're seeing in H-1B data is that push for tech companies. Here we actually used the data from IPUMS, just looking at all immigrant wage and just seeing what kinds of positions and industries are top earnings for migrant workers and immigrants. So here we see senior management, basically CEO positions are the top earning, as anyone would probably guess. But after that, there's a significant drop off in yearly wages, where artists, designers, scientific technicians, specialty construction, and clothing production are actually the top earnings. The bottom five earnings for immigrants and migrant workers are textiles, clerks and typists, molding and welding, equipment engineers, natural sciences. And you may look at this data and be a little confused on why it's so low. Now, the data that we used for this was actually taken from IPUMS, like I mentioned, but it looks at where migrants lived a year before. So if they were living out of the country a year before, and then if they moved to the US the next year, what did they earn in that year? So this might not all be data that was earned in a full year. It could have been the last month of that year, and the survey that was taken just documented that and wrote it off as, oh, they earned $2,900 in the 2 months that they've been here, but obviously a yearly salary would be much bigger. Looking at the average immigrant wage, though, across all these industries, excluding the top CEOs, because that was going to skew our data, the average wage was around $29,900 per year.
And these are some of the results. What we found are the large big tech companies are mostly like concentration for these H1B applications. And also from 2009 to 2019, from the results, we came to know that Cognizant is the top player in these H1B applications. And also these top earnings from migrants were especially in specialty and management positions like David mentioned. And here are some of our past research studies.
Yes, so before we actually started looking at H-1B data, we looked at a bunch of previous research and previous studies where there was the idea of crowding out local workers. So immigrants and migrants coming into the U.S., into individual states or cities or communities, and possibly kicking natives out of their jobs or lowering their wages because of the increase in labor. However, empirical research actually shows that labor importation promotes efficient task specialization. So you bring in a higher supply of labor, specialization and efficiency goes up, but also you're bringing in new consumers. So the consumer demand goes up, and therefore company demand for labor increases, and real wages we've seen have actually increased in several other studies. And there's also been no actual evidence of native worker displacement. And that is where we're looking to take our future research with this data that we actually accumulated here.
And continuing our research, we examined different indicators like DACA, H2A, and H2B, as well as resettlement in the US. And we're also planning to examine the relationship across the wages, employment, and different industries. And we also know that there are like many immigrants or like foreign born workers who have bring in a lot of value. And I think overall it adds to the diversity and bring in a lot of value to the US economy as well. And this is what we are going to research on further. And I hope you like our presentation. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out us at these email addresses. Thank you.
Thank you.